Where is Opa? Well, that big old W right there should give it away. I'm on Route 66, Winslow. I'm actually here in Winslow again. Of course, it's just down the road. So I'm gonna take a little walk right over here. The First Street Pathway Gazebo. By 1912, the year of Arizona statehood, Winslow was referred to as the metropolis of northern Arizona. Its business district on Front, now First Street, and Kinsley Avenue was bustling with clothing stores, laundries, drug stores, barbers, markets, bakeries, restaurants, saloons, hotels, and boarding houses. Built around 1900, the gazebo at Front and Kinsley was the city's gathering point for community events, such as war bond drives and concerts by the Esley Boys Band, and that's Ellis Boys Band. The gazebo was torn down in the 1940s when the business district had long since moved one block north to 2nd Street, which is now Route 66, since 1926. In 2005, Janice Griffith, founding director of the Old Trails Museum, was on task force planning the First Street Pathway, suggested recreating the gazebo near its former site. It felt it was appropriate to bring something back that we had lost. This downtown green space is available to rent from the city of Winslow, daily free. So, pretty cool little history right there. Of course, you got the trains right there too, so it's gonna be like really loud. Here we go. The BNSF. Train number 5201 and 9390. Wow. I want to read things backwards. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Nah. Yeah, so this is this little space they created right here. You take a walk down it, and this was the whole area that had all the stores here and stuff. You take a walk down here. This is it's actually a part of the, because it's one block down from Route 66. Not very many people come here, you know. They'll go stand on that corner and hang around there, but they won't come down here. There's some pretty interesting things here. Again, we got a Burma Shave sign here. Knockoff ones, but what can be said about 66 La Posada? It has the mix. Look at that. And of course, when you turn around, go the other way. Mary Coulter's Adventure and Travel. What is better? Nada, nada. Okay. Burma Shave was a shaving company that they put these signs up all over America, not just on Route 66 or anything. But the original ones were actually when we were in the Midwest or East Coast, somewhere like that, where they started doing that stuff. Keep on walking down here. I'm actually kind of hoping to meet the Philly captain, but I think he's a day behind. I don't even think he's in Arizona yet. He's still in New Mexico. Philly Captain's a YouTube page I like to follow. He's pretty funny. Out of Philadelphia. Talks kind of funny. There you go, big old sign. Another big Route 66 sign. Now a lot of people go back to the standing on the corner and take a picture of that real big one right in the middle of the road. You take one right here. It's a nice sign to get a picture of Route 66. That is Route 66 right up there. Take another walk down here and see more Burma Shave. Yeah, Winslow was a very big railroad town. Still kind of is a little of a hub. They do stop off here. Amtrak stops off here at the La Posada. There you go, Burma Shave. The Santa Fe. The mighty train had many stops. This was the main. So one of the main stops. You see what it says the other way. Ooh, look at the house over there. It's a sale. There we go. Let's look here. What can be said about 66? Adventure travel. It has the mix. It's the same thing. It's the other one. Okay. We're repeating stuff. I like this. That house right over there is for sale. I like old houses. I like those buildings too, like that. There's actually a building that's shaped just like that. It was actually down at the other end down there. I probably should start off with that. They tore it down because of the roof caved in and everything like that. It was a danger. But supposedly the Jackson 5 and a lot of black artists supposedly sang there. It was a place for them to come into Winslow and perform. Look at it, got a caboose here. Got a couple cabooses and a crane. Railroad crossing. And you got another Winslow station. The Santa Fe Railway in Winslow. In the late 1880s, the Atlantic and Pacific Railroad laid out a new town site near Clear Creek, which would supply water for the coming steam engines. The first rail line arrived in the new town of Winslow, named for a railroad executive, in December of 1881. Yeah. The Apache-Sun, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad bought the AMP in 1897 and transferred its Albuquerque division headquarters from Gallup to Winslow. Okay. Oh, it's got Amarillo written on it. Look at there, Amarillo, Texas. Represents here in Winslow. Let's talk a little bit about these. HGTV and Winslow Arts Council art cars. The Winslow Art Council had an idea to create stationary art using non-drivable classic cars around the town. The blend of art, installations, and history will help draw people through all of Winslow instead of just a famous corner. Yep, trying to get people going all over the place here. Visitors can get a sense of community and what we have to offer through the art. In 2022, HGTV aired the first season of Hometown Kickstart as part of the show. Leslie Davis and Lindsay Lamb of HGTV's Unsellable Houses partnered with the city of Winslow to create an art car, remodeled the house of a local football coach, and update a beloved business. Leslie and Lindsay designed their art car to represent everything Winslow encapsulates: desert, trains, and Route 66. They work with the Winslow High School Future Farmers of America welding class to create metal cutouts in the window areas of the classic VW Bug. Cool. Let's take a look at these cars. So let's talk about the Bug. So this was the window art that they cut out right here. Cool. You can see on the front you got a train right there, and you got the desert scene. Winslow. You know, this is always a crazy. this drives some people nuts here. So yes, we are Arizona, but we're up in northern Arizona, and they always do this. They make art with the sorors. We do not have them here in northern Arizona. Cool ride going by. But back to what I was talking about. We do not have these in northern Arizona, but it's what everybody associates Arizona with. So they always draw them around here. They don't have sorors. You actually will find two of them in Kingman that have been replanted, and they're actually on Route 66 on the east side of Kingman. This one, look at all the Native American art here. Hopi, huh? More or less like a representation of Hopi art, looks like. Yeah, it is so cool that they just show, well, these cutouts are like little stars and stuff. And I don't think the lights work on here inside no more, but at nighttime it's supposed to light up. I was wanting to earlier when they did do it, come here and do some night shots up, but I never did. There you go, classic cars. Let's go take a look at that totem pole over there. Also from a famous artist that did these totem poles in all 50 states. There is the totem pole. Thoth Whispering Giant. In 1972, Peter Thoth, a Hungarian-born artist, began carving his trail of whispering giants across the United States. He said, "I love America. It's the greatest nation in the world, and I want to give a little of myself to my adopted country." Starting in La Jolla, California, Thoth decided to carve one statue for each state, with Arizona being his number 33. So he can travel to every single state and find these Thoth totem poles. Pretty cool. I always hate the sun's in the wrong space. Seems like every time I come here for this. Carved by Peter Thoth. There you go. In honor of the original citizens of Arizona. It says right there. See if we can get a cool view from the side or something. I think there's a coyote on top of his head, ain't it? That's what it looks like. Cool. I'm trying to get a better view of this thing. There we go. All up and down. Can't tell what's on the top though. No, it can't be a coyote. It's got to be something else. Because I don't think that'll be good. Because since Navajos, coyotes have been kind of like bad luck. Because they're mischievous. What is it? No, we're looking at the nose. Is it a rabbit? No. Could be a rabbit. They look like the things that are ears. No. Ears ain't. No, because the ears are right there. Those are just feathers on top of that. Cool. Taking a little further walk down this little path. The trains just sit there and they wait till they can go. Burma Shave, the Colorado. Needers Pass. But later on, it rushes fast. They're supposed to have a sign that says Burma Shave. No. Yeah, and then you got the exact same saying on the other side. The Anasazi settled down in Pueblo homes outside of town. So some of them do repeat. They come up to this little area out here, and you come to the end here, there's a gate. There's a whole little fenced-in area where they have a standing on the corner festival is out here. Oh, got more Burma Shave signs. A windmill. I don't think that's pumping any water though. The American West Windmill Company. Yeah, I don't think that thing's pumping any water. First Street Windmill, visual icons of the Southwest. Windmills were common in the plains and the high desert from the 1800s. Metal windmills like this model became popular after 1890 because of their curved blades allowed them to capture more wind, and they needed less maintenance than the older wooden models. Yeah, so they can get water so cattle graze and stuff. And you come out here and then you got the Eagles Pavilion over here. There you go, right there. Comes a train too. Let's do this. The Hubble Post trades many things, like rugs and robes and Navajo rings. There you go. Pretty cool. Okay, video of this train going by. This is one of those long 3-mile ones. Maybe toot his horn for us. That looks like a bunch of oil. Maybe it's all the oil they're gonna be stealing. They gotta ship them off to the East Coast, these tankers, maybe so they can get that oil from Iran that they just bombed. Who knows? Oh, if I haven't mentioned it, today is March the 1st. It's nice and warm today. Oh, I see the end of the train. There's the end. Oh, right there. Oh, right there. My finger pointed right. There you go, right there. That's some more oil trains. That's the Eagle Pavilion right there. They have their festivals here. Yeah, this one repeats to the Colorado meanders past, but later on it rushes fast. Yeah, when the Stand on the Corner Festival started to get too big for, because they used to do it downtown, right in the, down here on the other end and stuff, but it got too big, they made this whole open area for you. Now if you want to, there's that right over here too is the visitor center. You can go on in there and let's take a walk that way, matter of fact. Walking over here to the visitor center. It is Sunday, so I guarantee you it is closed. There's another one of those art cars right there. People of action. Winslow's Visitor Center, Hubble Trading Post. It's another Hubble Trading Post there. Look at there. In 1924, Lorenzo Hubble Jr. bought Richardson's Trading Post at 523 West 3rd Street and established the Hubble Trading Post and warehouse as the Hubble Company's Santa Fe Railroad distribution point in Winslow. The 5,000 square foot rectangular structure featured a Mokopi sandstone foundation, a full basement with a concrete floor, and walls of red brick with lime mortar. From 1942 to 1952, brother Roman Hubble and his wife Dorothy managed the business. Look at there. And it talks about how it's changed hands. This used to be a Hubble Trading Post too. See, Hall of Fame in Winslow. Colonel J.R. Fargus, United States Marine Corps veteran, esteemed a recipient Congressional Medal of Honor on May 1st, 1968. Deborah Hanlon, American politician and member of the Laguna Pueblo. Deborah Deb Hanlon made history as one of the first Native American women to serve in Congress. Lloyd House, veteran and first Native American lawmaker in Arizona, Lloyd House possessed Oneida and Navajo heritage and worked tirelessly to better the lives of people in his community. Tommy Dukes, local musical mainstay and inductee to the Arizona Blues Hall of Fame. A consummate bluesman, Tommy Dukes has entertained thousands of people throughout his illustrious career. Bill Engvall, stand-up comedian, actor, and television host with his homespun style and tell-it-like-it sense of humor. Erica Alexander, actress, writer, producer, director, entrepreneur, a true storyteller. Erica Alexander has utilized her matchless talent to voice and become a significant trailblazer for social causes such as inclusion, diversity, and change throughout creativity. Oh, nice. Famous people in Winslow. You can see a lot of ghost writing right here too. Rugs. There's a lot of ghost writing right here. Arizona. Hubble. Woo, that sun is shining right there. I went a little bit across the street so I can get a wider view of that big ghost signs right up on top up there too. Navajo rugs, general, that is signs after sign. It was like layered. See, it's just layered on top of each other there. I don't know if you can make it out on the video too well, but it's pretty much layered. But look at this. This is Route 66 on a Sunday morning. Where is everybody? It's the apocalypse. There's a whole horde of cars coming now. Don't want to walk down the middle of the road. All these cars coming down here. Turn around. Let's walk forward. I like this house right here. I love these Spanish style houses. Poochie wants to attack me. For sale. I wonder if this is house hunts for sale. It looks like it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 different apartments right here. Must be this whole complex right here. This is a 1, 2 right here. Yeah, I love that style. You got Spaniard type of house right here. You come up here and you got this Art Deco right here. There's this old thick glass right here that they used to use to let light in each corner right there. It's cool. And right across the street, you got a haunted house. That'd be a great haunted house for Halloween, wouldn't it? Old gas station turned into a smoke shop. This place here rents out canoes and stuff and everything like that because people like to go down to Clear Creek, which is south of Winslow. During the summertime, just hanging out. Mortuary. That's Berry Street right there. Just go down that way and you go towards I-40, Walmart on that side of town. Try to buy on I-40, bypass Winslow. Oh yeah, as you get closer towards standing on the corner, it gets more traffic. So here you got Stitches on the corner. You get your stuff prepared. You got zippers, buttons, whatever else you need to be prepared on clothing. So take it right there. Get it done. Now, if that reminds me, I gotta take in one of my jackets. Got an old Coca-Cola jacket from when I worked at Coca-Cola in Germany. That needs a new zipper. Another nice old house. Like with that blue and white on there. It kind of reminds me like when you're near the ocean. Because all houses would be like that. And when I was up at the North Sea in Germany and stuff. Here's your Catholic church. Yeah, St. Joseph's. Built in 1921. Built in 1921, yeah. Big difference to when I'm used to churches that were built like way back when. It's the Catholic church here in Winslow. It's a nice little church. Got a cross up here in the front, right there in the banister. People are going into church right now. Maybe I should join. Nah. Texaco, old gas station. Yeah, we're walking down the road right now when I was here for the car festival. All the cars are lined up along here. Normally they have a car parked out here too. It has all the, has actually a Jackrabbit trading post, has a Jackrabbit trading post license plate on it. Got out here today. Well, you know, we are a long way from Mayberry. But there, he still does his security even out here. Yeah, the Just Cruising car show. That's what's normally out here all the time. Just cruising. The Snowdrift Art Space. Pretty cool in there. Got on top of the building written there, Hubbard 1914. So the building was built in 1914. It's got a cool mural on the other side too. It's got a mural on that side of that building right there. Then you come over here to Bojo's Grill and Sports Club. If you like loud music and meal, this is a place to come and eat. Gotten older, I hate going to these places with all loud music. I like to sit down, enjoy my meal, and be able to talk. I don't have to scream at somebody. Nice mural right there at Winslow. There you go. God bless America. Kind of a little faded. They need to repaint that. You're supposed to get rid of the American flag when it's faded. And it's more graffiti. Say no to quack. You come behind the buildings. This is what you do. You come behind the buildings. There's graffiti there. Graffiti back here. Got a Route 66 sign right there behind the building, behind Bojo's. Bojo's. You come back here and smell the grease coming out of there. And there's our famous guitars. It's the Dukes. Then you come over to this other side of the building. There we go. Frida. We got some butterflies over here. And a basket. Another basket. Bluebird. This is the coolest thing right here. You got R2D2 with a headdress on. Native American R2D2. And that's a wedding basket. Now, Navajo wedding baskets, that should always be facing up, so as all your luck don't drain out. It's always got to be facing up, or if you have it laying down, you can have it facing towards the east where the sun rises. Blanket. And there's a snowdrift right there. That's a cool little print right there. Now we're going to come over here to standing on the corner where everybody stands. This whole open pavilion area is where they do Native American dancing and do some other festivals here. This used to be JCPenney's a long time ago. See if Ron is hanging out on the corner. I don't think he's here. Likes to come around. See, so everybody's got to do, come over here and take the picture right here on the corner. Yeah, so here's that flatbed Ford. Supposed to be on here. Like I said, everybody comes here. Stands on the corner. Then I have to break it to him and tell him this is the wrong corner. This was just set up just because it's mentioned in the song. Take it easy by the Eagles. Sip Shoppy right there. Used to be the bank a long time ago. The Relic Road Brewing Company is actually, they're pretty good. The food's okay. It's a hit and miss with them sometimes with service. So sometimes I feel like if you're not a local, you're kind of just sitting there waiting. But it's pretty good food. Just got through talking to a tourist and stuff and everything, giving the little details about stuff around here. You can get some wings. Get your little angel wings made out of mufflers. Motorcycle mufflers. Cool, huh? Take it easy. You sit here on a bench too. It's like, don't plug into me, please don't plug into me. Cool little things to take pictures. Yeah, but way across the way here, the museum. Nice little old museum to go into if it's ever open when you're here. And over here, the flatbed Ford. It's a good place to eat breakfast. He's the best cook in town too, right there. Yes, sir. Yep. So, flatbed. So there's a mural that was drawn here not too long ago. Like within the last 2 years. Pretty cool. There you go. Some cool little murals right there. I'm gonna go show another mural. So you got standing in the corner right there. And there's an alleyway right back here. Come back here. I showed Jerry McCallahan this. Hey, he never even knew about it. I love it when I can show somebody that's just considered a god on Route 66. I mean, he wrote the Bible of Route 66. And I showed him this mural back here. The only thing is you just can't get no good pictures of it because, of course, it's the back end of the house, the districts and stuff. And so you got trash can, trash all over the place, and just stuff just sitting there. But it's a cool mural. There's all kinds of things back here. You know, that fountain right there. Yeah, it's a cool mural here in Winslow. Yeah. Then you got the old post office right there too. That's an authentic post office. That's what's awesome about that post office. It's still the original post office there from back in the day. See, the United States Post Office is just like an old building. You walk in there and it just smells of the old building. I like finding older buildings like this still just sitting here and still being used. And that classic front, how you enter into it. Probably the only place that has been updated in this building is probably the front there, so they can make it ADA compliant. I guarantee you when they first built this building, all they had was the stairs going right up. They didn't think about handicapped people or anything. And had to add this on later on. Man, that's just awesome. I'm gonna jaywalk across the street here. Hello, how you doing? Birthplace Cabin. The Birthplace Cabin is believed to be one of the first 2 cabins built in Winslow. Ooh, Birthplace Cabin right there. Birthplace Cabin, but look at that, another train mural right there. Old steam engine, and then the BNSF, and then Santa Fe. What's that Native American doing there? Is he waving at him? What is it? See, nobody comes over here to look at this. Yes. Looks like it's locked up right now. Like there's people vandalizing it. I just got a big chain around, but I don't want to take it off. Yeah, so probably one of the first 2 cabins ever built here. Wild. Got a lot of air conditioning, I'll tell you that. I snuck around on the side. But here I'm just doing a round. Yeah, that's cool. Old tin roof on there too. I wonder what kind of tin that is. Because sometimes they used oil cans and stuff and everything back in the day. Make the roofs too. Old tin roofs. Cool. Old cabin. Winslow, Arizona. Walking back towards First Street out of that alleyway. Yeah. La Posada Hotel right there. Go eat in the restaurant there, the Turquoise Room. Very expensive, but very good. Coming at the front, see. Off the eastbound Route 66 right here, First Street. Senior Center. It's actually a historic Old Trails Road too. Before it was Route 66 through here. It's way back in the day. Oh, that girl in bathtub up there. Salon and barber shop. There's more than I thought here in barber shops. Winslow, Arizona. 200 historic US 66 route. Come right here this corner. Some old historic buildings. You know, walk along this street right here. It used to be called the Fry Bread House until, boy, the Navajo's got a stink on it and stuff and everything that they're calling it Fry Bread. Painted Desert Tribune right here. It's my local paper. Kenna Courtyard, Church of the Mother Road. This is supposed to be the world's smallest church right here. Right here. World's smallest church on Route 66. On Route 66. So it doesn't mean it's the smallest church. It's got a nice little courtyard in here. These type of places you can come down, sit down, and relax. Chief Jack Daniels. 5,500 feet. Cool. So then you got all the history here. City in Motion. 80th Santa Fe Railroad. Early industry. Early days. Okay. Pretty interesting. Colorado River Valley over there. Walking history of Winslow. Journey to Winslow. Welcome. Ooh, you can get see. You can get your. I'm wanted. Wanted. Was that good? Did I get a good picture? You're not supposed to take it from the side. Well, you take one from the side and one from the front, huh? A flower shack. What a good day. It is absolutely a gorgeous day. Be out here on Route 66. Take a walk across the road here. Uh-oh. You always got to watch. They're always playing music around this. So you got to talk over it all the time. Or you get old over. He'll say, no, you can't be playing that. So, all right. Let's see who's in here.
You're going to Las Vegas, New Mexico now.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to Chicago.
So,
Yep.
here he is.
Well, I'm
going
going
to
to
Chicago.
set up here in a little bit.
I'll put mine up.
So theater in Winslow. Have yet to go in here. Me and Sandy need to go in here and watch a movie. It's an older theater too. I like going into the older theaters. So we're making our full circle back to the pavilion over here. And then there's an older building here too. When I first moved here, there was actually a building right next to it. It has since collapsed. It's, I'm going to walk over here as I was talking about that one building back a while ago. First started here about where all the black singers, colored singers, how you want to say, some of the artists, black performers. Of course, you know, America's history isn't all perfect. There's a lot of racism that went on in this country. Still does. Right here. That building was standing right here. If I can dig it up, maybe I'll put a picture in here, right here. There should be a picture of this building. Yeah, probably be right about in here somewhere. I think I've taken a picture of this building somewhere, even further back. I don't know. I'll see if I'll put a. If you see a picture there now, I put a picture up of it. So that was my day in Winslow. I just want to say, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will probably do more of Winslow. I just like to walk around this town and enjoy the sights and scenes and the visitors that are here. It's great to talk to some of the people that are traveling around and just want to come and stand on the corner. So with that, I'd just like to say, cheers. Walk's good. Well, it's me again. This is bonus footage right here. Since we're in Winslow, I decided to stop off on the way out of town. So on the east side of town, you will find a very special place, somber place. The 9/11 Memorial. The Promise Made Remembrance Garden. So you come over here on the other side of this. And this is actually 2 girders from the Twin Towers. Winslow was one of the very first places to ever get the metal girders for the Twin Towers. They did actually have them down the road down there on a corner. It just wasn't an appropriate place. Nobody could stop off. They had this place and they moved them here. So 9/11, a significant thing in history. Of course, my daughters, I think, were too young to know, to really remember about it. Of course, my grandkids, for them it's ancient history. But this is it right here. These girders stayed in New York City at one time. Now, it was really a horrible day. Somebody's doing a little musical thing. As I got here too. Maybe I should do that too. Do a little musical thing. Yeah, but that was a very, very bad day. I was at work in Germany when this happened. I think we were in the middle of work when the first building got hit and stuff and everything. And then I got home. Just as I got home, Kirsten and our neighbor, they were in the living room watching it just as the first building collapsed. I think as the first building collapsed. So, yeah, very sad day.